What a beautiful life.
All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life.
Beautiful life.
Listen, I woke up this morning, y'all. The sun was shining oh so brightly. I thought about how good this life is. Back in the day, it wasn't always like this. I think about the things we done been through. I think about the place that I come from. It wasn't always easy, so every day I'm thanking God for the beautiful people everywhere I go. I just need to see your smiling faces at my show. And when you're feeling real love from the family, every day is a gift, y'all, that's all I need.
What a beautiful life.
All that I've got is all that I need. I've got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life.
Beautiful life.
Happiness, you know, it feels real good, y'all. For us to get it, then we gotta work hard, y'all. Every day. And don't pay attention to the things they say when they tell you that you can't make it, but you can if you try, y'all. When life is rough, I know sometimes you wanna cry, y'all.
Hey everybody, today is December 31st. It is the end of the year. Can you believe it? Today marks the last day of 2014. I hope that whatever you wanted to get done in 2014, you were able to do. But if not, a new year is coming upon us, and if you still have some things that you want to accomplish, then it's never too late. I am hoping that you're joining me. Most of you are probably going to start getting ready for your New Year's Eve festivities. I will be joining you out there. I'm going to Aqua DC tonight for their New Year's party. So if you are watching me and you're going to be down at Aqua tonight, then you need to come and find me. I will be the one in the stylish shoes. Of course, a lot of women will have on their stylish shoes tonight. I will be the only one still in my stylish shoes at the end of the night, because I don't go out and put on slippers or socks. At the end of the night, what I come in, I leave in. So those 5.5 to 6 inch heels that you will see me in later, I'll still be wearing those at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So, because your work only begins at midnight, people. Okay, just remember that. If you had plans, here's some breaking news, or maybe it's not breaking, I don't know. But if you have plans to go down to McFadden's tonight for their New Year's Eve bash, find something else to do, because they are closed. They lost their liquor license. Their liquor license was suspended after last Saturday's violent incident where 5 people were stabbed. Their liquor license was suspended. So if you plan on going down to 2401 Pennsylvania Avenue tonight, you will be standing outside. So if you purchase tickets to go to McFadden's New Year's Eve party, you need to contact Ashley Krieger on 202-223-2338 to get a refund. Maybe she can tell you where you could go to spend your New Year's Eve, but you will not be spending it at McFadden's. So sorry for that, but if you have tickets for them, make some different arrangements. It's only 5 after 4 right now, so you can make some more plans. It might cost you a little bit more than it would have had you made these plans a week ago, but nothing to do about it. Oh, if Aqua may have some more tickets left, so you might want to check online to Aqua DC's New Year's Eve bash. They might have some more tickets. And if you are a McFadden partier that was, doesn't have a place to go, but you end up at Aqua, come on and see me. I'm not buying you a drink. I'm just saying, come see me. You might want to buy me one. So that is what was happening there. Like I said, today is December 31st. And if you are getting ready, please drink responsibly. Okay, as you can see, I've already started, but I'm going to go light because I want to wait until I get there. Now, a little about what I'm wearing today. All of what you see that I have on today, except for my watch and my bracelet, are Christmas gifts. And I have to say that I have the best people in my life ever. The boots that you saw in the boot cam, they are my most favorite designer, Nine West. I love Nine West boots. And so, Austin bought me some great Nine West boots. This fabulous necklace, which I don't know if, well, okay, the other way. So this fabulous little necklace, and it's interchangeable. So I have on the beige one right now, but it's a black and white yin and yang type of a symbol that I can change it into, which I probably will do, because the dress that I'm going to wear tonight is fierce. I got some Michael Kors 5.5-inch heels, which, Michael Kors is now my new favorite, shoe designer for the moment, until I find something else. And see this right here, people? I was such a good girl that someone gifted me of a carat diamond ring. Now, let me just tell you, my birthstone is diamond. So, you have to be very creative in what you give me if you're going to be giving me diamonds. And this ring is called the Gladiator ring. Why? Because I am a gladiator, people. I watch Scandal every Thursday, and when they first came out with "Are you a gladiator or are you bitches?" Yeah, I didn't want to be a bitch, so I knew I was going to be a gladiator. So that is why I have a gladiator ring. Okay, and I did get some new charms for my bracelet. So, Pandora was, she's just my good friends now. Like I said, I had a great Christmas. I got to spend some time yesterday, and even though it was a sad occasion, my Aunt Geneva passed away right before Christmas. And she lived a beautiful life, as, Chuck Brown always says, and I believe that people live beautiful lives. And yesterday we sent her home. And it was not sad. It not by any means necessary. It was not sad. What happened was that I got to see my cousins that I had not seen in years. And yes, people, Swangin. Yes, Swangin is actually a family name. We are swangin' strong. That's what we came up with yesterday, because we don't know any other way to be. And I want to thank all of my family members. Hi, Vernita, Katie, Ricky, Debbie, Pee-wee, little Pee-wee, all of you. I thank you for watching me every week. It was surprising because when someone was saying, "Oh, you're a radio show host," I didn't say anything. My cousin Vernita actually said, "Oh, you didn't know? Oh my goodness, you got to get on the computer," and it's easy to do. You just log right in and you see it right there. And she's phenomenal. She's funny. She has some great information. And you know what? That was the best commercial. If I had a camera rolling, you would have seen my commercial right now for that. I might just have to do that. But we have said that we are going to keep in touch, because most families don't really see each other until someone passes away. And we have decided we're not going to be that family anymore. There are only 2 original Swangins left, which is my mom and my mom's brother, my Uncle Willie. They're the last 2 original Swangins. So when they go, we need to make sure that as a Swangin family, that we're able to keep that memory and this name going strong, because as someone said yesterday, as Minta Swangin said yesterday, we are swanging strong because we don't know any other way to be. So today, I'm going to have a guest calling in. It's going to be kind of a free-for-all show, because let me just tell you, the author that I have calling in, his name is Damien DSoul, and I don't know if it's DSoul or DSoul, so we'll ask that when he calls in. However, he is an erotic writer, and he writes thrillers. So, being an erotica writer and being a thriller novelist are on 2 different scales. And I don't write erotica, but my book, has some erotic scenes, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes you can use it as a manual if you feel the need. Hey, you can turn to page number 76 this evening right after the ball drops and, have a little fun. But if you read erotica, he writes in the vein of what Zane would write. I'm always amazed at how someone can write erotica that is just not about, oops, my panties fell off. Not just knocking on the door and the woman's panties falls off and then she's having sex and then she's, going shopping or something. Because that's not how it happens in real life, people. His story actually has substance behind it. So we're going to be talking about that. And also, if you are online right now, why don't you tweet with me during the show? Because, coming in the new year, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of different things. As you know, I'm going to be working with Victoria Rowell on some things that just amaze me that happened had I not been who I am. I have not changed. I'm just as crazy and simple. And I always say I'm simple. I'm a simple person. I could be simple-minded at times, but I'm just a simple, down-to-earth, not country, but, could be country because sometimes I just don't know, basic things. But, out of all of that, I would not be sitting here if I was not who I was. And I just want to thank everybody for taking the chance and taking notice of a little old me, little old B Swangin Webster. So what I'm am proposing to do in the new year is I have another novel coming out, which will be book number 2 in the Let Me Just Say This series. So it'll be the conclusion to that novel. And then I am trying my hand at I want to say mystery. Not quite sure if it's a mystery or if it's just going to be a suspense-filled novel. It's called The Stiletto Stalker. No, The Stiletto Stalker is not me, but it could be me if you walk down the street with the right pair of shoes on. But hopefully that'll be out sometime next year. And then also I have the Teacher's Lounge coming up. That'll be coming out either at August of 2015 or a little later in 2015. So I have 2 more novels coming out. Also, I want to thank Kay Lowry Moore and Sanjo and Mutariq because every week we get online and we're on social media and the 3 of us, we promote each other's shows. And because of who we are, there's never a hint of jealousy. There's never anything like that. We want each of our shows to do as well as the next one. So Kay Lowry Moore will be on tonight at 9 o'clock. Again, as you're getting ready for your New Year's Eve with Confessions and Conversations. And then right before you head out the door, because a lot of people won't be getting out the door until about 10:30, you're going to look at Sanjo and Mutariq's show, I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy. And let me just tell you, about 2 weeks ago, they have a novel that's called I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy. And I read that novel. And I read that novel first, just reading it. And then I read it again because I always read my books twice. And then I read it again and I felt like it was speaking to me. And then I had this epiphany. And I posted on my website that I was done looking for love. I was done looking and searching and asking, that I was comfortable in who I was and where I am in my life. And it came to me that I had been INPYSH, which means I read I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy, and I am single and happy. I can be both. You don't have to be one or the other. You can be both, and that book tells you that. So if you have not picked up that book for all your single friends, not a man, is not man or woman specific, is for either or, because it talks from the man and the woman's point of view. You need to pick up that book, I Now Pronounce You Single and Happy. All you got to do is just type that in on Amazon, and get yourself a book. Now, Kay Lowry Moore is also an author. She writes romantic novels. And if you type in her name, Kay Lowry Moore, you will find her on Amazon as well. I tell you all the time about me, B Swangin Webster. All you gotta do is go on Amazon and type in Swangin. I'm the only person on Amazon with the name of Swangin. And no, don't try to use the name because it is a legal entity. I am swangin'. So let's get that out the way. It's not because I'm a gymnast. It's not because of my sexual, orientation or things that I like to do. It is just who I am. So right now we have on the line Damien DSoul. Can you hear me?
Yes, this is Damien DSoul calling.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just great. Over here.
Good. Now, where are you right now? Because I remember you said that you would not be in D.C. today.
Well, right now I'm in Port Harcourt. That's a city in Nigeria. That's where I am right now.
So what time is it in Nigeria?
Oh, Nigeria is lovely. I mean, right now, folks are just waiting for 12 midnight to strike. Everybody's
Okay.
just everybody's waiting for the new year to arrive.
So is it in the middle of the night right now?
Oh yes, you're 6 hours behind me. Right now it's 10:15 p.m.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. So I don't want to keep you. We're going to do this interview now. When I contacted you, when you wrote your novel, you wrote the rabbits. The Let me get it right. Um, you wrote the rabbits.
Yes, the Rabbits Man. Yes.
The Rabbits Man. Now that is your thriller novel, correct?
Oh yes, it is. It is.
So what made you write that novel?
It's based on factual events that happened in my country a couple of years ago. It's something that really created a bit of strife in my country, and you can say it's still ongoing right now. And what makes it so hard is the fact that we are yet to get past the event. It was just something that occurred to me, and I just thought I should put it in paper.
Okay, so when did you write this novel? When did you write The Rabbit's Tale?
The Rabbits Man, I wrote it in 2007. Yes, in 2007. But I really wasn't prepared for it. I mean, I wasn't prepared for the journey that the book took me into, and it took me a while to actually finish it. And even when I was done with writing it, it took a long while for me to dig it out again to start editing it. In fact, I had to quit my job here, and I had to travel over to the States to actually see about cleaning up the manuscript as perfect as I could.
Okay, so is is there going to be a sequel to The Rabbit's Man?
Well, yes, I do hope to write a sequel. Though I wouldn't want to right now because for now I'm not represented by any literary agent. I mean, I tried looking for one back when I was in the States, but I was unfortunate not to find any. But if I do get a representation, and if I do succeed in being published traditionally, yes, I would love to write a sequel.
Okay, so is this a self-published novel?
Oh yes, it is. It's a self-published novel.
Okay, and you also write erotica as well, and I have to ask the question: your Twitter handle. How did you come up with Master Shango?
Well, there's actually two ways. There's actually two answers to that question. There's the R-rated version and there's the PG-13 version. But
Okay, I want the R-rated
give you
version. I want the R-rated version.
You want the R-rated version?
Yeah.
Well, Master Shango is a dark persona of mine, and it's actually based on my erotic experiences.
So is erotica big in Nigeria?
Could you come back with that?
So in Nigeria it's okay to write erotica?
I won't say it's okay because the downfall about writing here is there really isn't a reading culture down here. I mean, it's almost non-existent. I don't have any of my books selling here, not because I wouldn't want to, but there's no chance of me selling them, of me promoting them, of me finding adequate people who would be interested in my work. So my readership is abroad because that's where I can find people who are really interested in what I write.
So, in Nigeria, do people know that you're an author?
Yes, some people who have walked up to me to ask me what I do. I used to work for a multinational oil company over here, but I quit my job a couple of years ago before I came to the States because I really wanted to start taking my writing seriously. So right now, if anybody asks me what I do for a living, I tell them the truth that I'm a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of folks here they find out it's kind of hard for them to wrap their mind around that because it's not something they're fond of hearing every day.
So, so I take it that a lot of your promotion happens over here in the United States.
Yes, that's what I strive to do.
So do you travel from Nigeria here to the States in order to sell your novels, or are you doing it virtual, online?
I left the States summer of last year because I was on a travel visa and my visa time was just about expiring, so I had to leave. But for now, my only means of selling my books, of promoting them, is through online social networks. Like I said, I can't do any physical promotion over here because the means of actually doing a book promo down here just doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. So when you get your travel visa, is it only to come over to promote your novels?
Can you come back with that question?
When you have your travel visa, is it only to come over to promote your novels, or are you accomplishing a lot of different things while you're here?
Well, it's to promote my novel, but also to be near the marketplace. Why I chose to came to America is because a lot of my readers they reside in the States, and also I'm very captivated by the American marketplace because when you're close to the marketplace, you can actually sell your books, and you can network with a lot of people who are also in the same industry as you. It's much better that way than where I am right now. Over here, I can't do none of that.
So when you're over here, do you do a lot of events? Like, are you doing book signings, or are you going to events where people can meet you?
Well, I wasn't able to do none of that back when I was in the States. The last time I was in the States, I was trying to attend several writers' conferences. I was in New York. I attended the Writers Digest conference that happened in New York City, and I was trying to meet with various literary agents to present them with the Rabbit's Man manuscript. Like I said, I got turned down a lot, and I couldn't stay longer because my time on my stay was just about over, and I had to leave and head back home.
Mm-hmm. So do you plan on coming back to the States to do some promoting in 2015?
Well, yes, I would love to come back. For now, I don't. I don't have the means right now of coming back. But if I do have the means, yes, I'll be on the first plane back to the States.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell me a little bit about the story of Kaya?
The story of Kaya, it's about an American couple with their teenage daughter. They travel to Nigeria for the summer holidays, but in the midst of that, they get kidnapped by a militant army who turned them into sex slaves.
And so your series, and I'm speaking of another series with Thaddeus Black, The Devil Wears High Heels, The Devil Owns the Night. Is Thaddeus his own standalone novels, or are these sequels?
Yes, there is sequel. The story of Kaya is the first.
Okay.
The one that comes after it is the story of Michael, and the one that comes after that is the story of Thaddeus Black. So in the story of Michael, the young girl in that's Kaya, her boyfriend back home decides to travel down to Nigeria to search for her, but he too ends up in the same fate that Kaya had suffered. He too gets turned into a sex slave. And in the third sequel, that's the story of Thaddeus Black. Thaddeus Black is a New York private detective, and the young kid in that's Michael. His father now proposes to Thaddeus Black to come to Nigeria to search for his lost son and find out what's happened. And that's basically it. But the story of Thaddeus Black that's actually the part one. I'm still working on the part two.
So how did you come up with these stories? Is this something that are you taking from your own life experience writing these novels, or are you just from what you see in culture? Because I don't think that Nigeria has a big erotic culture, do they?
No, it does. No, it doesn't. My erotic stories are basically interracial, and the reason why it's interracial is because it gives a sense of conflict. You know, when you put two people of different ethnicity who have a sexual connection together, there's a strong sense of conflict in that aspect. The another thing is there's like I mentioned already, there's a lot of militant organizations that's right now still waging war with the Nigerian government. You can go online and read about it. It's really out there. It's in fact it made a lot of news back in the summer of this year. And a lot of these organizations, they thrive in such aspects. They kidnap women and they turn them into sex slaves. But the reason why nobody hears about this is because there aren't any journalists around who are doing that much investigation into this aspect. But it's really out there. So I wanted to use my books as a means of getting this out.
So have you run into any problems in your personal life in Nigeria for telling these stories? I mean, I know sometimes in governments do not like you to expose some of their, dirty laundry. So have you gotten into any personal conflict because you're writing these novels?
Well, you're asking if I run into any personal conflict when I'm writing my erotic novels?
Yes.
Well, no, not really. Not really. It's just that I try to keep myself on the down low if I can. if I can use that term, because Nigeria is basically a very conservative society. I mean, people don't just go out and start talking about their sex lives, or they feel threatened if you were to start researching on such subjects, or if you were to ask questions about such. But my means is I tend to be a bit subtle about it. And another thing is I try to clash cultures together. I did, for instance, with the story of Kaya, Michael, and Thaddeus Black. It's about merging and someone from a Western culture, say from the States, and bringing him down to an African or a Nigerian setting, and seeing the mixture of cultural thoughts, as in with how someone from a Western thinking, how they are supposed to respond when they arrive into an environment that they know nothing about. And that's one of the intriguing aspects of my writing that I really cherish.
Okay, and let's talk about another one of your novels. First of all, the cover is like, woo, the cover is hot. The novel is In May Came Summer, and the write-up that I found on it was that it was based on a true story. So, how did this story come to be about?
Can you come back? Can you repeat that question again?
Yes, In May Came Summer. You said the write-up is that this was based on a true story. So how is
Yes.
this a story of someone in Nigeria that you knew?
No. It was a story that happened in Nigeria. Actually, it was more of a personal story that happened to me during my first visit to the States.
And so was this someone that you were having a relationship with? Or was this just a friend that you found out about this story?
I would say it's sort of a semi-autobiographical. Yes, it does involve a relationship that I was involved in, but I didn't want to write it from my own perspective, so I chose instead to write it through somebody else's perspective.
Okay.
But yes, it is.
So in 2015, are you going to come out with any more novels? I mean, right now it looks like you have about 12 novels probably. Are you planning on coming out with any more novels in 2015?
Could you repeat that again?
Yes. In 2015, do you plan on putting out any more novels? Because you have about 12 novels out thus far?
No, not really.
So are you finished? Is this it for you? Are you not going to write any more novels, or are you just going to try to focus on Thaddeus Black?
You're asking if I'm focused on Thaddeus Black, or
Yes. Are you going to write more novels that focus on him?
no, not really. And in fact, this with 2015 that I'm entering, I'm thinking of taking on a different path. I can't say right now, but I don't know. I'm still leaving my options open.
So okay, so you don't know if you're going to write another book.
No, I'm still gonna write more books. In fact, this year alone, I put out 3 novels, and I know for 2015 I'll be putting out 3 more. In fact, every month I'm always busy. I'm always busy writing. I'm either I'm either working on a new novel, writing articles on my blog and stuff like that. So yeah,
Okay, so
it's going.
so tell my viewers where they can find you online.
Oh, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere online. I'm on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Master Shango. My blog on Blogger is titled Shango Returns. That's DamienDSoul.blogspot.com. And I have my website. That's DamienDSoul.com. And people can, if anybody types my name, Damien DSoul, on Google search list, I'll pop up right away.
Okay, well, and I want to thank you for joining us today. Like you said, you're 6 hours ahead of us, so it is about 10:40 there. Do you have any plans for the rest of the evening? Are you going out to enjoy New Year's Eve?
Do I have any plans for what?
For New Year's Eve, for the rest of this evening.
No, New Year's Eve is just going to be a quiet moment for me. I'm alone with myself, so I'm just going to meditate alone and try pray for strength and perseverance to face the new year.
Okay, well, you know what? Thank you for joining me all the way from Nigeria. And if you have a new novel coming out in the new year, make sure you contact me again. We can have you back on. Hopefully, whenever you do get back in the States, you could come to the studio to sit in the studio with me. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I want to wish you a very happy new year.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me, and I wish you and your staff a Merry New Year as well.
Thank you. So, as you heard, that was Damien DSoul, and when I tell you that the covers of his novels are amazing, I'm not sure, and I meant to ask that question and really couldn't, because if you could see that there was a little bit of time delay in how he could hear me, because he is in Nigeria. Not a lot of connectivity, like here in the States. Not like we have problems here, but he has about, I said 12, but it is when I tell you that some of these covers, you don't want these covers to be laying around, because these will give you ideas. Like, if you need something to do after the ball drops this evening, then you might need to pick up one of his erotic novels. The novel that we were discussing with Thaddeus Black, those covers alone, I just need to know who that brother is that's on the top. But some of his some of his covers, All the Right Reasons is done in black and white. White Wife, Black Heart, that was another one. There was a Black Master Shango, has this gorgeous man and woman on the cover, which is just like truly amazing. The Tenant Comes Knocking, that's another one of his books. Now, Thaddeus Black, The Devil Wears High Heels. Now, let me just give you a visual of what this book cover is. It is an African-American man laying spread eagle on the bed with this tall Caucasian woman standing over him. That's all I'm going to say, people, okay? I got all of these novels downloaded in my Kindle, and at some point in the new weekend year, the first weekend of the year, I'm going to be reading all of these. So if you want some steamy, hot, fire, burn your hand type of reading for the first weekend of the new year, you need to pick up these novels by Damien DSoul, and his thriller novel, which is an espionage novel, which is called The Rabbit's Man. I actually have that one too, just started reading it, and it has literally pulled me into the story almost immediately. So if you are a thriller reader, this is one. And like he said, it's taken right from events that were happening in Nigeria in 2007. And his name is Damien DSoul, DSoul. So if you just type that into your Kindle or into your Amazon search engine, the cover with the shower scene is called "In May Came Summer." This was the story that was based on a true story. It is a man and a woman, and I just have to say, they in the shower, people, and I feel a little moist right now, so I feel a little sweat breaking out just looking at the cover, so I'm gonna have to flip through that one real quick. But again, the way that I saw him was because on Twitter, his Twitter handle is Master Shango, and he also writes and talks a lot about the BDSM. Not really sure what those initials are. I know it's, a sexual term, but not really sure. So if you know what that term is, then go ahead and tweet that to me. That is part of my nativity, so I don't know all of the correct terms, but he writes a few BDSM novels. And if you're in it, not that there's anything wrong with it, I can barely get a paper cut, and I know it, involves some kind of pleasure pain type of thing. I can't even get a paper cut without acting like a 2-year-old and need a whole bunch of band-aids just to cover it up. So I know BDSM is not for me. Not that it's wrong, and not that, if that's what you like, then that's what you like. I just don't. If you guys slap, okay, I might like a slap on the ass every now and again. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, when it comes to like spanking me like I've done something wrong, yeah, no, not that. No. This is no, not that. See, plus, the cute shoes I wear, that should, make up for any wrongdoing that I could do in that area. So I want to take the last few minutes to talk about the year I had. I began here on June 18th. I started out on WLVS on June 18th. We'll never forget it because I was so excited and giddy, and just, I had this idea that I wanted to have shoes and the shoe cam and all that. Little did I know, I didn't know that Wendy, well, okay, see, that can tell you that I don't watch no television, but I guess Wendy Williams does something sort of similar. But her shoes are not as cute as mine, and plus her feet are oversized. I mean, like, if you are wearing a size 12 shoe, people, come on now. Like, really, you really don't have that many cute shoes. If I had the money that she had, I'm sure I could buy myself some cute shoes, but my shoes are much cuter because they're normal sized. So apparently she does a little shoe cam, not as fashionable as I do mine. So I remember thinking, I'm not going to have enough shoes. I really am not going to have enough shoes to do this shoe cam. Well, I went home and counted all my shoes. Okay, I haven't even gotten to the halfway point of my shoes, but see, the shoes won't come back until it warms up. So right now, I'm in boot season. So that's why you get the boot cam now. So while it is cold, you will get the boot cam. Now, okay, next week, I'm not going to lie, because I'm going to have Frances Frost here in the studio. And so she's going to have some cute little shoes. Now, I'm going to wear my Michael Kors shoes because these shoes are so cute. I was going to wear them today, but since I'm wearing them tonight, I just wanted to wear them out first. So I might just have them sitting in front of me. We were joking earlier that I needed an alcohol sponsor, but then I said if I got one, I probably wouldn't even do a boot cam. The shoe cam would just be my shoes sitting here, and my head would be down on the table, and every now and again I will pop up and be like, hey, y'all, no boot cam today. So it's good that I really don't have one now. Not that I don't want one, mind you. I would love for Malibu Black to be my sponsor, or Wicked Dolphin, because now that is my new coconut rum favorite for, clear. Malibu Black is still my all-time favorite, but Wicked Dolphin, who was given to me by Miss Jenny and Mr. Sunny, who live in Florida in Cape Coral. Hi, because they told me they were going to watch today, so I'm hoping, and I know Mr. Sunny probably has some pretzels or something. So, they said they were going to watch, and they were the ones that bought me the Wicked Dolphin because they live right down there, and they bought like 4 bottles of it. it, and I think I only have like a little bit left, so I'm trying to hold on to that until they come back or I go down. So either one would be a great sponsor. Today I am drinking hard pink lemonade slushy, which, okay, I told you I was going to only drink, very lightly until, later on. Okay, it was like a whole big pouch, and I went through the whole pouch. Now, the whole pouch was supposed to serve 4 people, so not quite sure I was supposed to drink it all, but hey, nothing to do about it now, right? So bottoms up, people. So that's how my year has gone. I have met some phenomenal people here in the studio, out and about, the shows that come on Wednesday. I think Wednesdays are the best shows. I'm just gonna put that out there, only because we are such cool people. Not saying that the other people on the other days are not cool, but we are so cool because we have actually met and hung out, and we help each other out in that respect. And so I think only because of that is what makes Wednesday a good time to be in front of your computers. Now, with all of that said, come January of 2015, it's going to be on and popping, people. I'm going to have R.L. Stein here. Okay. Did you hear me, people? Goosebumps. Yes. The man that I had to sleep with the lights on for 2 weeks at a time will be here. I will have Francis Frost here. Victoria Rowell will be back again. I'm trying to get Zane to come in. But with everything going on, I'm not quite sure if she really wants to talk about everything that's going on, but one can try. And I am not shy about asking the hard questions, people. I just need you to know that. Also coming up, I will have Jeffrey Deaver, who is the author of The Bone Collector. Now, some of you might have seen that movie. I have not, because, again, did you just hear what I said about R.L. Stein and Goosebumps? I know there's no way in hell I'd be watching The Bone Collector. But he has his new novel that came out this year was The Skin Collector. Again, no way in hell I'm going to read that book. But he's a friend. So him and John Gilstrap will be here. I'm also going to have, Austin Camacho. He's one of our favorite authors here on the show, and he will be back because he will be dropping another Hannibal Jones mystery novel, which, let me just say this, I have been waiting for forever. And I know I'm not the only person. Also, it's going to be a party, people. I'm going to be traveling to New York come January, and we're going to be doing some, on location shots and remote things. I'm going to be in St. Martin in February, people. So, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do a show in St. Martin. Okay, you're not going to see it while I'm there because I'm not going to be sober enough, but you will see the show afterwards. So I have a lot coming up. Oh, and I know really all of you probably wouldn't care about this, but it was just so fantastic for me. My youngest son got engaged on New Year's Day. And it was so special because he FaceTimed me. Now, this is only important for those of you that are technologically challenged, because he kept calling me on FaceTime. Now, you all know the trouble I have with a new phone. God knows when you put FaceTime on a phone, on my iPad, you don't know what you're going to get from me. So he kept FaceTiming me, and I kept missing the call. So then he called my cell phone, and he was like, "Where's your computer, Mom?" And I'm like, "Okay, it's right here." So he's like, "Get your computer and don't go away from it." Okay. It was Christmas Day. I was opening up gifts. I'm sorry. So I get into, everyone is around me. His brother and his sister were able to be there. And he proposed to Tisha Wilson, and they will be getting married. And on top of that, they are having twins, a boy and a girl. So this is how my year has been. I've always wanted another girl. I have 7 grandbabies right now. Only one of them is a girl. I only have 1 grand diva. So now I will have 2 grand divas. I don't think the first one's going to give up that crown easily. But, it'll be another one. So she's 2. She's about to be 3 soon. But when the new baby girl gets here, is going to be so much excitement because I'm training them to like shoes just as much as me. And the diva is already like that because she's like, Nina, when are we getting our nails done? And I'm like, girl, you better come in here with that bottle of fingernail polish and let me paint your nails. I'm not paying $25 for you to go sit in the beauty salon. So that is how my year has been, people. And I thank everyone that has come into my life. I thank everyone that has, come on this journey with me. I thank all of my Swangin family. Yes, Swangin is a name. I don't know how many times I got to say it, but it is a name. We live up here in the city. We are from the DMV. And here's how funny this is, because we always say how far away we are from each other. Well, 3 of my cousins live literally right around the corner from me, like less than 5 minutes away from me. And we only found this out yesterday. So, with that said, I want to thank Eric for being the best darn board operator that a girl could wish for. Like, he does my shoe cam and my boot cam, and he puts up with all my little craziness sometimes. And, sometimes I get a little needy. I can be a little needy sometime, and he just smiles and, nods, as most men should when you're dealing with a woman. And I want to thank Jeremy and Morgan and Foster for being such great people. I mean, Morgan gives me the best hugs every time I come. I think I come early now just so I can make sure I get the hug, because she gives great hugs. So from me to you, and I know I'm only ending a little early because I got to get ready for New Year's Eve, people. And all of this takes a little bit of time to get used to. So now, if you are going out tonight, 2 things: be safe. Do not drink and drive, people. That be safe means don't drink and drive. If you need to call a cab, get a cab. If you need to pay for somebody to come to the club with you and buy them a soda all night, make them your DD, your designated driver, because those of you that are watching me right now, I want you back here on January 7th. I don't want to be reading about anybody that was not being responsible tonight. And number 2, if you are coming downtown, please make sure, women, keep your shoes on all night, please. And if you can't keep your shoes on, wear some shoes that are comfortable. I don't want to see you at 9:30 tonight walking with your shoes in your hand already because you just bought them shoes like right about now, and then you can't wear them all night. So you will know me in Aqua. I'm going to be in Aqua, DC. That's where I'm going to be. I'm hanging out. I'm going to be hanging out with everybody else on New Year's Eve. If you see me tonight, come up, say hi. We'll take some selfies. I do selfies. I do shoe fees because I take pictures of everybody's shoes. Now, next week, it might be some foolishness that you're going to see because I'm going to take the picture of the woman that's walking around with their shoes in their hand at about 11:15. Okay? Remember, the shoes I walk in are the shoes I'm walking out in, okay? So from me to you, I'm toasting you right now because no matter what you're going to do on New Year's Eve, I want you to be safe. So from me, my family, and the whole WLVS family, we want to wish you a happy new year, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
What a beautiful life.
All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life. Listen, I woke up this morning, y'all. The sun was shining oh so brightly. I thought about how good this life is. Back in the day, it wasn't always like this. I think about the things we done been through. I think about the place that I come from. It wasn't always easy, so every day I'm thanking God for the beautiful people everywhere I go. I just need to see your smiling faces at my show. And when you're feeling real love from the family, every day is a gift, y'all.